Alrighty, as stated before, today we're going to talk about a punctuation mark that gives a punch. It's the colon.
That is correct. You're truly a master. However, you have one more thing to do. Explain how a colon creates emphasis or clarity.
Yes! Fine! But wait! What's that in the distance?
Knights, today is the day we've been training for. Fight like it matters. Defend this colon with everything you've got. Be with me.
Ah!
Quickly, explain what the colon does, and use it to fight off this dragon.
Grammar goodies! Thank you so much for dropping by General Grammar with me, Mr. Goody Grammar, where today we're going to continue talking all about the colon. And no, not the body part. I'm not a doctor. I'm Mr. Goody Grammar, so let's get into it. But first, we need to go ahead and get it started with a basket breaker.
Uh-oh.
For this week's basket breaker, the question is, what is your favorite saying or catchphrase? Take a second. What did you get, Grammar Goodies? I'll go ahead and give you mine. My favorite catchphrase is, whoa, whoa, whoa! And whatever you put, I know that it was exceptional. But saying my catchphrase has me quite parched and thirsty. So I think we should drink up some radioactive waste.
3, 2, 1.
But before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe button and download the free guided notes in the description box below. The guided notes and episodes have matching badges to indicate each section, so you can follow along with ease. Also, during each episode, underline any text that appears in red or a bold font to identify key words and concepts. It's the shopping list that your mom always forgot to take to the grocery store. Whoa! Well, as a quick review, let's go ahead and go over exactly what a colon is. A colon is a punctuation mark used to precede a list, a quotation, an expansion, or an explanation. The cool thing is, a colon can be used in a variety of circumstances with different rhetorical effects. I could use a colon for list, quotes, emphasis, time. So many different ways to use a colon. In a sense, a colon is very much a punctuation mark that goes, here, look over here. As in, that is to say, or here's what I mean. It's very much the attention grabber of punctuation marks. Today, we're going to specifically talk about how we can use a colon to create emphasis or clarity. First, not to confuse you, but we can use a colon much like a semicolon. We can use a colon to put together two independent clauses in order to explain or expand on the first independent clause. Let's get into some examples. Example. Dino had one more thing to say to her. He did not want to travel to Narnia. Come on, come on, come on. It will be the best time. There's even a talking lion. Whoa. Nah, sounds too wild. Oops. As you can see in this example, it starts with the first independent clause. Dino had one more thing to say to her. Okay, cool. Then we have our second independent clause after the colon, which is he did not want to travel to Narnia. You'll notice that our second independent clause builds off of the first one. It's clarifying what he had to say to her. And that's exactly how we use a colon. It's very much put your first independent clause, a colon, and then the second independent clause, which should expand on the first one. It should give more insight or clarify the content of the first independent clause. Example. The reason he broke up with you is simple. You did not save him from the flamingo attack. La la la, I'm in love. I'm just going through my day. Is that a flamingo? Ah! And I did nothing. Huh? As you can see in this example, we have the first independent clause. The reason he broke up with you is simple. This independent clause does not specify the reason. That's why we put a colon and a second independent clause to expand or clarify exactly what that reason is. The reason being, the individual did not save the other one from the flamingo attack. So that's exactly why we use a colon in this scenario. We want to make sure that we're expanding on the content in the first independent clause. Keep in mind, the capitalization of an independent clause after a colon is optional, unless the first word is in fact a proper noun. More specifically, capitalize the first letter following a colon for a proper noun, the beginning of a quote, and the first letter of another independent clause. Keep in mind, do not capitalize the information following a colon if it's not a complete sentence. Whoa! That was a lot of information, grammar goodies. But I'm still a little confused. So I think we should ask for some employee assistance. Oh, so much grammar. My head's gonna explode. I don't know what to do. I need help. We need some employee assistance. For this section, here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to go ahead and read various sentences. Each sentence will have a colon in it. It is your task to determine whether or not the colon is used appropriately in each sentence. Think you could do that? Determine whether each sentence uses a colon correctly? I know you can. So let's do it! Example, the reptile cannot continue without telling his wife something important. He loves her. Sweetie, I'm off to work and I love you. La la la, I'm just walking through nature. I stepped on a snake! Is this sentence punctuated correctly? Huh? Answer. Absolutely. You'll notice that we have two independent clauses here. And the second independent clause, he loves her, specifies what the important thing he had to say was. So that second independent clause is building off of the first one. Therefore, a colon is totally appropriate in this circumstance. Example, if there's one thing to say, pineapples! P is for what? Pineapple! Does this sentence use the colon correctly? Answer. No, absolutely not. Why? Well, first and foremost, we have two incomplete thoughts on each side of the colon. We can't do that, people. So, this is absolutely incorrect. No way. It doesn't even make sense. Example. I always knew you had a special power. You can make anyone fall in love with you. Oh, I don't know, Denise. I don't think we're very compatible. Power. Oh, I mean, I love you. I love you so much. Does this sentence use the colon correctly? Answer, absolutely. First and foremost, we have two independent clauses put together with a colon. You'll also notice that the second independent clause expands on the first one. Therefore, our colon is used correctly. Example, I have one more claim to posit to you. He stole the pasta. Yes, indubitably in convention court, I do have various things that I wish to posit when it comes to this crime, this egregious crime, this naughty crime, in fact. And it said he stole the pasta. Well, whoops. Does this sentence use a colon correctly? Think about it. Answer, absolutely. You'll notice that in the first independent clause, the speaker says that they have one more thing to posit, to set forth, one more claim to state. And in the second independent clause, the narrator states that claim. Therefore, the second independent clause builds off of the first one, making this colon correct. Great job! Example, when to say it. Ghost! I don't know if we're in the right spot for ghost hunting. This is kind of like a wicked woods, but is it haunted? I don't think so. Ghost! Does this use a colon correctly? Answer, no, this does not use the colon correctly. First of all, it has two incomplete thoughts. Secondly, it doesn't even make any sense. So this does not use the colon correctly. Well, you think you have that down, grammar goodies? I know you do. So it's time to put your knowledge to the test with an I'll check. Pop, pop. We're ready for an I'll check. Whoa! For this week's I'll check, here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and create an original sentence that uses a colon in it to explain or expand on the first independent clause. Think you could do that? Create an original sentence that uses a colon in it to expand or clarify the first independent clause? Ha! I know you can! And get to it! Whoa! How did your sentences turn out, grammar goodies? I bet they are incredible. In fact, if you absolutely loved your sentence, make sure to post it into the comment section. I can't wait to read them. And without further ado, I think it's time we start checking out for the evening. Check the time, grammar goodies. I'm about to ride a tricycle across a rocky plateau. Anyway, my name is Mr. Goody Grammar. Thank you so much for dropping by General Grammar. And comma in anytime. I'll see ya. Whoa!
You are a hero. You've saved us from the dragon's attack. Here's the colon.
Whoa, that was intense. So where do I go next?
I'd say go talk to the apostrophe alchemist. He might be able to help you.
Where is he?
Go to the castle's basement. He should be there. Go there, young knight.
Thank you. And we'll meet another day on the battlefield for glory